Hi there. Yesterday I had the privilege of joining the BISA roundtable events where CEOs of EdTech and education suppliers get together and listen to an interesting speaker. Yesterday we had the opportunity to listen to two representatives from the National Audit Office and the work that they're doing in auditing education policy, education funding, education processes. And they clearly have looked into a program of quite deep consideration. I walk away with some concern that we're not really addressing the issues that are inherent in the system. 24%, nearly a quarter of learners identified with special needs, and there is no real strategy for change, for meeting their needs, as much as it's very highly centered. And we've seen within Smart Curriculum many examples of some outstanding activity, but systematically across the country it is an issue, and it's clearly not fit for purpose. We questioned the Audit Office in some of the studies that have been done, and we were asked if we were given the opportunity to suggest things that could be explored from an audit position. Some of the suggestions around the table were quite interesting and would be quite challenging, but I value the fact that the government is set up through a centrally appointed audit general to look and scrutinise and question and write reports. I mean, one of the positive things was that 94% of recommendations that are made are listened to and are potentially acted on. That was positive and really interesting to hear. But this whole governmental process, it's the public purse. It's our taxes that pay, and we want to know that it's doing the job. The process that we've talked about within Smart Curriculum about making schools efficient and able to meet the needs of learners, the curriculum that's fit for purpose, I still have questions around, particularly our approach to SEND or alternative learning needs. I love the UAE's Children of Determination. I think that's a brilliant mindset narrative change. But one of the questions that I asked was about this whole view that SEN is seen as additionality. We'll do school, and those that are struggling with it or don't fit, we need to do something else. It's the same with alternative provision, and I guess now we've created this within university technology colleges, which is adaptive curriculum in its purest sense. We do something different that's significantly different. I'm wondering whether, and I posed this in one of the questions that I asked and got an interesting response, audit is not just about money, it's about thinking. How we approach, what we expect, what the impact that we believe is going to be achieved. And I think there's space for not an audit of finances, but an audit of thinking. It's time to rethink, to approach differently. Now, I know that's what Becky Francis and the Curriculum and Assessment Review are aiming to do. But I wonder within government whether there is the audacity, the potential to really think differently, or whether it's don't rock the boat too much. Now, that's no reflection on Professor Becky Francis. I don't intend that in what I'm saying. I just wonder within the system whether it is robust enough to rethink. Clearly, the Audit Office has reported that there is not evidence at the moment, and there's a real challenge about what comes next. So it was an interesting experience. It left me thinking a great deal, and I'm not reflecting on what people have said necessarily. I'm reflecting on my response, and I'm putting my view. It was a privilege to be there. It's great to get into London every so often. I'm out at school today, so in London. So it's good to be on the ground, but it's also good to be there thinking and asking questions and hearing what people are doing. I think there's a chance here to audit our thinking rather than just auditing how we're spending money.